anyone want a £60 naked wine nudger?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
I'll have naked stuff.
We know, Joe.
Naked everything.
We know.
Take my trousers off and drink some wine.
Oh, yes.
Isn't that always what happens?
Well, it's kind of.
Seen any films this week?
I meant to go see Lego Star Wars.
Lego movie.
film. Lego movie, but I haven't had the time.
Sean wants to go see that.
It looks good.
I want to see it.
I want to see it, but I'm not going to be able to soon.
Got the Minecraft movie
Really?
announced by the same guys that made the Lego movie.
Oh, makes
Which,
sense.
yeah, would make sense, yeah. No idea how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, well, why would there be a story? I guess it's got a story anyway with the portal to hell or whatever it is.
The Nether, I guess.
Yeah. But they're going to
I
have
dunno,
to make it like Army of Creepers versus Army of Miners or something.
Yeah, something like that. Probably. Maybe. Got a Last of Us film coming out. Sam Raimi's making
It's
it.
got a great story, to be fair.
To be fair, as much as I like Sam Raimi, I didn't want him to direct this. He's too campy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so the film might turn out weirder than the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love his other films, it's just it doesn't really fit the style.
What else has he done?
But he's done he did the Evil Dead films and he did the
I didn't like them.
Alright. He did the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Spidey-Man.
Did you?
Spidey-Man!
Was it 1, 2, and 3, or was it just 1 and 2?
I think he did all three of them.
Did all 3?
He went downhill.
Yeah, I don't think he had as much involvement with 3.
Yeah.
3 was bad. I don't think it's quite as bad as everybody thought.
What if you
I
say-
mean, the emo dancing thing was
Yeah, I
really
was going to
bad.
say, if he says the
Yeah.
whole campy thing and he comes out dancing
He's
like that, like...
And too many
he put his
villains.
print on it.
Yeah.
Which is
too
always
many
bad for a
subplots.
superhero film. Which
Yeah.
is why Amazing Spider-Man 2 is going to be crap.
Really?
Because they got like 15 villains in it. It's
No, I think
ridiculous.
it's only like a few, like maybe 2 or 3.
I'm exaggerating. They've got.
Yeah.
They've got.
It's like you can be 15 in the film.
Ah!
No,
I
but
know
they're
they're
building up
Legos.
this sort of like sinister
Well,
six
the-
thing, which Spider-Man's got. So they
Yeah.
got like.
The main enemy in it's going to be Rhino, I've heard. And
No,
then
I think it's
they can-
Electro. It's
I think
Jamie-
it's Rhino
Jamie
and
Foxx.
Electro because
Oh, fair enough.
like I've seen. I think they're just hinting at other villains, like the Vulture.
Yeah,
They've
and they got
hint, and
the
then
Green Goblin turning up again, or
Yeah.
Hobgoblin. I don't know which.
one of the goblins.
Without
One of
Willem
the
Dafoe,
goblins.
I can't see.
Oh, I know. Willem Dafoe is the Green Goblin.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
And I
Yeah.
loved his
Yeah, he was good at that.
crappy plastic armour.
Yeah.
That was-
Even his crappy, really camp acting is just, I don't know, it's fantastic.
That's the kind of person who call him Spidey Man.
Uh,
You want to see her die, Spidey Man?
That's weird, it's nearly, I don't think it's quite on par with Bison from Street Fighter, but it's that
Oh.
kind of performance.
Just chewing the scenery.
Yeah,
it's
just
great.
hinges the
Oh, when he has a conversation with his mask.
Yeah. That confused the hell out of me when I saw it. I was like, what is he doing?
I don't want to kill Spider-Man. You must kill Spider-Man!
It's like Gollum and Schmeagol.
Yeah. Oh. Welcome to the Clueless Cataclysm. I'm Callum Lewis,
I'm Kevin Griffin.
I'm Jack Nichol.
and this is our 10th episode.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
Ba-da-ba-ba. Do you think we make it to 10?
Yeah.
Good.
I honestly did. We're going to keep going.
Do you think we'll make it to 100?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might not be in the same city, but there's such thing as Skype.
There is such a thing as Skype.
We
You
got
think
this.
I'd make it 3?
No.
Jackie.
Ever since you tried to take your pants off. Ooh.
We will never let him live that down. Jack is back with us once again.
Welcome to Charm.
Somehow we keep letting him in.
Keep
No,
leaving
like,
the
they don't
door
let
open,
me in, I just
sorry.
Straight through the door. Take my pants off.
Hi guys!
I don't even know how to segue away from that.
Segways and Happy Wheels, that's a game.
I guess.
Oh, you can talk about
There's the only sort of tangent I could think of going on from that.
New Star Wars film then. Zac Efron. What a shit.
Anyway,
Oh.
so today we have no news. That is not because there is no news, but because we thought, we'd do something special for our 10th episode.
It's the first double figure.
The first double figure episode.
Yes.
Double figure episode.
Why are you doing this? Oh,
I don't know.
Double.
And our second special episode.
Yes, we did the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, we did the Elder Scrolls episode for episode 4,
Yeah.
I think. And now we're going to do a Star Wars special.
We should have music then.
Yeah, I'll put it in. I don't even know what I can.
What was that?
That was not acapella. That was.
That's almost quiet music.
I thought you were going Halo with that.
Oh.
I was like, what?
If you want to start,
Bum 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 bum.
Come on, guys. Do you want to do Imperial March? Dun, 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 dun.
No.
You have to do the robots.
I was doing my C-3PO impression.
And he is a robot.
And I am a
droid,
robot.
actually.
Not many people know that. Not many people know that. I'm gonna quit with the terrible impressions. Today we are doing a Star Wars gaming special of the Clueless Cataclysm. God help us. We have a lot to cover, so I think we should just get right into it. And guys, what was your first Star Wars game?
Jedi Outcast on the GameCube.
Oh, nice.
He had, I think the main guy was Kyle Katana, but he seems to feature a lot in the Star Wars games.
Well, there's the Outcast series, which
Yeah.
I think there's about 4 or 5 games.
Jedi Knight and stuff like that.
I had Jedi Academy, which was the very
Yeah,
last
I love that
game in that series. Which
I had that for the Xbox.
I had
Yeah,
that
same.
PC,
Yeah.
I think.
Is that the one you could basically create your character?
In Academy, I think you could.
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar with the Outcast games. What did you think of the Outcast games?
It was really good. You start off the first level, you're just a normal guy with a blaster, and you like what was it? I haven't played it for a good 10 years. Bear in mind, but it's an Imperial stronghold. You go in there, you find a lightsaber. So you don't have the Force powers yet. You just have a lightsaber.
Fair enough.
Run around chopping things, and then you eventually get to Jedi training from a Jedi Master. I think it's Luke Skywalker actually.
All right, yeah.
Jedi Master, yeah. Because after it all, but I don't know why there's still Imperial Stronghold. I don't know.
Retconning.
Well, I suppose, yeah. I suppose they're the most recognised enemy in
Yeah,
Star Wars,
guess
so
so.
that's probably it. But yeah, you end up just rescuing your friend.
middle management.
Yeah.
You'd clear out the bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Rescue your
Didn't
friend.
even realise that the Empire's gone.
And basically wipe out the Sith.
Sounds
Pretty
cool.
standard, yeah. It's a really good game.
Pretty standard, yeah.
Yeah.
Your first game, Jack?
I'd say it's probably Jedi Academy as well on the Xbox.
Oh, right, well.
Xbox. Which I remember bits and bobs of. I remember really enjoying it, even down to the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the
Love
multiplayer
the
was brilliant.
multiplayer.
Yeah.
They had a proper community building up over lightsaber battles.
Yeah.
They had duels as well.
It's just so good. Like the multiplayer in Jedi Outcast, you can just play it. Like I like how it's multiplayer's gone more online. This one you could just play without the online. Like you can have bots in the whole map, and if you're just sitting there, like I used to play with my little brother,
Yeah.
and it's just like us two versus like 18 bots or something. You know, it was really good fun.
I do kind of miss that about multiplayer though. The
Yeah.
actual being able to sit in the same room as somebody playing.
Yeah, everything seems better online, I guess.
Yeah. But you don't have to put up with insufferable bastards.
Yeah,
Stand next
I
to
beat you. I'm better Jedi than you are.
Nobody can see you crying, Jack.
Yeah, online I can just like cry all I want, nobody knows.
Yeah.
And get some 14-year-old back, you what, mate? Across voice chat.
Right, you, Cal. What was your first Star Wars game?
My first Star Wars game was probably a lot earlier, actually. I think when I was a very young kid, I played Star Wars Arcade,
Oh,
which It was the three films, the three original films.
Yeah.
I think it came out like mid-90s arcade game, and you do like the major set pieces, like you go, you destroy the Death Star, and you'd have really shitty lightsaber battles.
Yeah.
Like you had a joystick, and you were trying to control a lightsaber with a joystick.
So you can
yeah.
It's kind of weird.
It's a bit
I suppose
awkward,
it must be
isn't it?
inverted then. Surely.
I can't remember. It was just I just remember it being awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did you guys ever play the Game Boy Star Wars games? I wasn't going to go back that far.
I think I played like one or two of them.
Yeah, they were quite terrible.
Well, I played
At the time, they were amazing.
Yeah.
But now they're just...
They don't really hold up to test of time.
No.
I remember the SNES games I played. It wasn't the first ones I played, but I played it later on.
The Super Star Wars games.
It might have been. It was the direct one from episode.
You have 6 options.
Yeah. I think it was.
Probably going to be one of the original.
Probably.
It was one of the original series for the SNES.
Okay, you have 3 options.
3 options.
Gives you better chances.
Yeah, I think it was episode 5 actually. And it wasn't a bad game. They weren't too bad. Obviously, side scroller because it was on the SNES.
Yeah.
But overall,
They're all pretty much platformers.
Yeah, yeah. Oh.
The Millennium Falcon game, did you guys ever play that on the Game Boy normal?
No.
No.
It was basically, you know how like the old games where you're behind the ship and it goes forward like an arcade game, you just move around going boom, 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 boom.
Oh, yeah.
Just that. Each level just different scenery.
Fair enough.
But,
So, I should mention at this point that we do actually have a structure here. It's not going to be talking
yeah.
about... it's not going to be, oh, you remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the notes for this have been absolutely terrible to compile, to the point that I've actually written down, Callum, open up the list of Star Wars games on Wikipedia now, which I haven't done.
Oh my god, panic!
Panic.
The entire plan is in disarray. A little bit German there.
Yeah, definitely. That was quite
French.
interesting.
German French.
So I was thinking, I was hoping that you two might have played more Star Wars games in an arcade, because I was going to bring up that.
Yes.
Yes, you have played Star Wars
Well,
arcade.
you can't forget, oh right, you meant play that game.
No, not that game. Just any game in a Star Wars arcade, because that was going to be the first genre-ish thing that I was going to talk about. Did you ever play the Pod Racer game?
Yeah. I've still
Oh, well, fuck you then! You look at me with a dumbfounded look and then just...
I've got it on there.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
N64 emulator.
Oh, wow.
Star Wars Racer 1. They
I
made
thought
a
that was
Racer 2, you know.
Did
on
they?
PS2. Yeah.
I thought that was a brilliant game, but like in the arcade, it just made it especially good with the controls.
Yeah.
You had
a lot more fun.
sticks. Was that one of the sit-down cabinet ones as well?
Yeah.
Where you
Yes.
You're actually
inside the
like
thing,
you feel
yeah.
like you're in the pod racer, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they brought it out on Nintendo 64, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah. I had it at home. I can't remember whether I ever played because where I used to go bowling, they had an arcade at the same place.
Yeah.
So I used to go down the arcade there sometimes.
Pretty cool. Yeah, again with the multiplayer as well, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I have 3 brothers, so all of us 4 on one screen. Obviously, the split
Yeah.
screen for 4
Bit-
players is always terrible.
a bit hectic, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still great fun.
Okay, so I have the list of games up. So if you want to query whenever a certain game came out, then I am
Ooh, guess the
Here's
date.
guess the date. Make us all feel old, why don't you, Kev? So yeah, other than Pod Racer, I don't think I ever played any Star Wars racing games.
No.
I know there were a few, definitely,
Yeah,
but
I just played the racer. That was it.
Yeah.
yeah. Do you think Star Wars is suited to racing games? Or do you think it could be expanded?
Oh no, it could be. You could have space racers, obviously pod racing.
I can't see that working as well because truly you want to.
I suppose you won't really need to
Space
follow
battle.
Yeah,
That's what you want in space, don't you?
Yeah.
You want to use the TIE fighters.
yeah, and Imperial shuttles.
Yeah.
You play Rogue Squadron.
Well, I mean, they had Rogue Squadron, and they had TIE Fighter as well. It's one of the most well known ones. It's not a racing game, but it's definitely a flight sim
Yeah,
where you get the experience of being in a Star Wars vehicle.
X-Wing was amazing.
Oh, X-Wing as well, yeah.
Yeah. I suppose you could even say Battlefront 2 as well, where you had the space battles
Yeah.
as well. But no,
So,
Other than the pod racer, I can't see it being a great racing genre.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I can agree with you on that. It doesn't seem like it'll be enough for a fully fledged game.
No.
It's
You
not
could have like
great.
little bits in like a story of, say, like doing a Jedi game. You go through an obstacle course, beat the other Jedi to the end. You know,
Yeah,
like-
I mean a lot of the Star Wars games do that. They do things like the like racing things through forest on Yavin and things like that. But there's not many fully fledged racing games for it.
No.
So which does open up a good discussion on genre to start with.
Ooh.
What were you going to say?
Wait, go on your point earlier about the racing games. To actually make sort of proper racing game, you'd need to sort of fully fledge out a new part of canon. Because the pod racing in the first film, or first episode, it was such a big-ish part of the film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a big sort of structure to the plot. But yeah, that's literally what I was going to say.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So there's the racing game genre. You have Dark Force, Jedi Outcast is primarily an FPS game. I think.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So FPS Star Wars games.
There was that. It was I don't remember what it's called. It's not the Old Republic, but there was a game on the PS2 and the original Xbox where you were clone soldiers, and you were in a little squadron.
Republic Commando, or something like that.
Like
Are they?
I never played it, but I really wanted to. I played like the demo for it.
So it was Battlefront.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was third person.
Yes.
Oh,
you
okay.
could choose
You
to
could
go
be-
to the
yeah.
first person and then the second one.
We'll get on to Battlefront.
Yeah. But, I really wanted to play that, but I just never really got around to getting it.
It did certainly look really good.
Yeah.
But I never played that, so we can skip over that. Sorry,
Rebel Commando.
Rebel Commando. Sorry, all you commandos out there. Yeah, FPS, Star Wars, Outcast, Republic Commando. I don't know any others.
No, I don't think there are that many. That's all. You're thinking.
He's thinking.
Yeah, I can't really think of any either.
No.
Oh, it's very, very strange. I think there could be more of a Star Wars FPS game.
Well, I think now, like, with the whole Kinect, it could be sort of first-person lightsaber go through, you know what I mean? Like, a bit easier, but...
Well, what are you doing, Jack?
It's just the Kinect, the Star Wars Kinect.
Is that...
Oh yeah, there was a Star Wars Kinect,
right,
and
okay.
it was
Is it bad?
pretty terrible.
Alright, there we go then.
It's literally like you push your chest forward to go forward.
And he launches.
Yeah, it's just like, it's pretty much an on-rails fighting game where you have to, like, to go
Come at me,
forward,
bro.
you literally have to go, like, come at me, bro. Push your chest forward.
Oh my god.
And then, like, Xbox, on. Then you try and move and it's like...
Xbox decapitates.
you're literally flying your hand and, like, at nothing. And it doesn't go sideways on the menu or anything. It's just like... It's just
Stop
appallingly
mimicking
bad.
me.
And
Okay.
the fight, you just, like, flap your arm up and down. Just literally doing that. It's like...
Okay.
Well, that put that to shit then, didn't it?
Okay, so question to the two of you. I thought I'd save this till later, but, I haven't really... There can't be much of a better opportunity to bring this up.
Okay.
Which Star Wars game do you think had the best lightsaber feel?
Ooh.
I'm separating... I had the feel of being a Jedi in the notes, but I think I'll separate lightsaber from the Force.
Okay. I'd say Force Unleashed 2.
2.
Yeah.
As opposed to...
Second one. Yeah, because it just seemed a bit more developed than the first one. The first one was good, but what was it?
A lot of people didn't actually like the Force, the second one.
Oh, I
I feel
thought
like for a lot of people, I think the lightsaber was far too easy. It was far too OP.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a lightsaber,
Yeah.
so
No, I appreciate
it's
it.
meant to
Oh,
cut
yeah.
through anything.
Yeah.
But it just felt like you're a little bit overpowered at the start of the game.
Well,
Fair
was it that game you could block as well? There's a game on the Xbox or GameCube or something you couldn't block with it? Or did it like blast it automatically? But when you're having lightsaber battles, it's just like you're just cutting through each other until one dies.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been.
So in the Star Wars...
This is the problem with doing an episode like this. There's so many games. So it's unfortunate that we are going to be skipping over a few of them.
Yeah.
And we do apologise. But we have lives.
Callum's insulted the people this time.
I'm not saying as opposed to you.
I know, but still.
That sounded bad, I'm sorry.
Star Wars 3 was interesting. Episode 3 that they brought out for the PS2.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them games.
That could be the one you're on about where you can't block.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's when you just play through each level sort of thing.
Because you did have like a fighting, like the fighting games like Tekken and stuff. It had a scenario like that where you'd fight each other.
Yeah.
So almost like a boss battle, and you could do a multiplayer.
Yeah.
And I don't think you could actually block in that.
I think you could when it came to boss battles. So like at the end of the first level, when you came up against like Count Dooku, you could. I don't know, you couldn't block a lightsaber. I think you could just block the force that he uses. Then that's it. Or it's just like jumping out of the way, then running back and attacking, jumping back, running back and attacking.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith came out 2005. According to...
Wow.
Wikipedia.
Was that the film or the game?
Game. I think the film came out that year as well.
Yeah.
I assume the game will come out as a tie-in to the film
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it has been a long time since we've had any Star Wars movies or tie-ins to movies.
I'm really looking forward to the next bunch.
Yeah, we'll get on to it.
Imagine the game's coming up.
Shut up. So what do you think had the best lightsaber combat, Jack?
I'd probably say the Force Unleashed, the first one. I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was a good, solid game.
Yeah.
I thought the lightsaber battles were quite fun. In the feel of it.
Fair enough.
About you, Cal?
I'm going to go against the grain and actually say Jedi Academy again. I think mostly because of all the times I spent on multiplayer with it and the whole dueling aspects of it and the whole community that rose around it, it felt very versatile because you could pick different styles of lightsaber combat. You could do like light or heavy or two lightsabers or a double lightsaber or whatever.
Yeah, that was really good. I never played it online though. I didn't have online at that point.
Oh, the online was very good.
Yeah.
What about worst?
Star Wars Arcade. I don't know. I'll go for Star Wars Arcade.
I think Outcast.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I would probably say Battlefront 2. When you could get the...
I don't know, I thought Battlefront 2 was alright-ish.
It was fun.
It was
but
serviceable.
They were a bit...
Yeah,
I mean, it was a bit wonky. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
But I'd probably go with that when you got the hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when you're, I don't know, like Darth Maul or whatever it is, just felt a bit...
Samey.
Yeah. Yeah, the actual lightsabers didn't feel lightsabery enough.
It's a common problem with Star Wars games where, because they're usually towards a younger audience, that the lightsaber can't really be shown to cut through anything.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time,
flash.
It just feels like you're trying to hit him with like this, like really blinding white baton.
Him with like a light bulb.
Yeah, he's trying to hit them with a
torch,
with like a strip light, essentially. So I think that did the Force Unleashed let you cut through things?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah,
but a lot of it was droids though.
Ah, well, yeah.
So non-human characters.
Yeah, that's often the way that they
I was going to say,
get
I
around
don't
it.
remember cutting a human in half.
Yeah.
Or maybe in the what do you call it? The cutscene sequences. You know, when you can press the buttons and they.
Oh, the
quick time events.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the word. Yeah, they could probably. I think you could do it in that. Who was
Could
it? You cut someone's arm off.
Oh god, 1993 Star Wars Arcade.
year-old.
Well, I mean, I wasn't playing it as a year-old.
I beat the game.
I assume it was just some dusty old arcade cabinet.
Some dusty old arcade.
Yeah, literally, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen arcades for years now.
They are around.
Yeah, if you go to seaside towns, they're usually around there.
Cause
there's a massive one in London called Trocadero.
Oh, I imagine there
It's
was.
so good. I love it. It's got like 5 floors.
I used to, because I never had an arcade near me, so the only times I'd go to arcades is when I was like on holiday.
Yeah, same.
So it was kind of, and we'd usually go to the same little campsite, like year after year. So it was quite fun for me just to go back and then see like, oh, that'd be a new game there in the arcades the year after. Time Crisis, I remember, was the big one. Still waiting on Time Crisis 5.
Yeah.
But back to Star Wars. Not like we have enough to cover already. So yeah, that's lightsaber combat. Other genres, I'm going to go for the big one. I think third-person action game. Actually, no, character action game. So you'd immediately go to Battlefront, Jack. I know that. So I'm going to
character-driven story.
Character-driven story.
I wouldn't say Battlefront.
Battlefront doesn't really have a.
That's what I mean. I'm excluding that so I can narrow it down a bit, because I think third-person action is kind of the biggest genre that Star Wars has done.
Yeah, it's got to be Jedi Academy.
Yeah,
it's got to be, because you can choose like light and dark
best
for character. Yeah,
gameplay wise.
Yeah.
So
really
I kind of agree.
You can choose your own path, like unlike Force Unleashed or something where you have to follow the set way you go, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Then Knights of the Old Republic.
I didn't play.
Still a character-driven story.
I think I'll put that more into RPG, so we can talk about it later. I had a game called Jedi Power Battles on PS1 that was it came out just after the first film. The episode 1 came out.
So like 2000.
Yeah, 1999, 2000ish, and I thought that was quite good. You played as like, I think you could pick from like a few different characters and play through basically the events of the first episode.
Oh, nice. But from different perspectives, sort of thing.
Not even from different perspectives. I don't think they even really cared. It's like you could play as Mace Windu, like going through Naboo, things like that.
Okay.
I think you could play as Yoda. No, I think it was Yoda was an unlockable character.
Yeah, I thought so. He would be, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I want to be Yoda.
Then I suppose in any sort of multiplayer, I could see Yoda being an odd job situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
It's a little midget. Okay.
He certainly wasn't
really
Ralph.
look down unless you go.
Yeah. Trying to get this bastard.
God, making controls for Yoda must have been hell.
Yeah.
I do not envy a developer who's put the job of programming Yoda. Almost every attack is going to be either like swiping at the knees, or just jumping up.
Yeah. It's like, was it Battlefront 2? If you just attack with me, it just goes up.
Yeah.
Like a tornado.
Just doing little somersaults and things like that.
Felt epic while you just tapping the same button over again. He's doing all this stuff, but at the same time
absolutely.
It got boring.
So you played more of the Game Boy games. They're third-person action.
Platformers.
They're more platformers.
Yeah, I'm talking about original Game Boy.
Oh, okay,
Not advanced, but what was it? I think it was just called Star Wars, but
fair enough.
There was one. You travel around Tatooine as Luke, and it's from bird's eye view. You're in like your little vehicle. You have to go into these caves.
Oh yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah, and you had
1993.
3 lives. Yeah. You had like 3 lives, and it was really difficult to control. And little droplets of water coming from the ceiling could kill you.
Water?
Yeah, it's really hard.
Sure, it was like laser fire or something.
No, it was drops from the cave roof. It might have been an icicle, but it came down like it was water and splashed at the bottom. And even if you're like, I don't know, a centimetre away from it, it could still harm you.
Well, the hitbox is just fucking appallingly bad then.
Yeah, it was an awful game, but at the same time, I played it a lot as a kid. Once I got the lightsaber, I was like, yes, I beat the... Oh, it's only just started.
You do put up with a lot of crap games when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Because you have no money.
Choice, yeah. Get what you're given.
Yeah, pretty much.
There are other Game Boy games. I've downloaded a fair few on that laptop. But I tried playing through them and they were just terrible. It was really difficult, as all old games are.
Yeah.
And just the graphics were appalling.
Well,
yeah, I know, but like, I couldn't play it now.
I don't imagine the combat would be very good on those either.
No, the lightsaber sort of just slices. That's it. And it looks like someone's just drawn on a little lightsaber thing with a little flurry after, and that's it.
Well, I imagine that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't imagine there's much else really to it.
No.
So, I'm sure we'll come up with more third-person action games. It is the biggest genre of Star Wars things.
Yeah.
RPGs, I think.
MMOs?
We'll get on to MMOs.
Okay. Were there
RPGs.
any RPG Star Wars ones?
Biggest ones would be the KOTOR series. Knights of the Old Republic.
Very good games though.
Yeah, I did
Very
play
good. 2 games.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought they were really, really good. I definitely think they had the best stories in a Star Wars game.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's BioWare's influence though.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
It was. They wanted some creative freedom with it, so they set it like 4,000 years in the past.
Oh, wow.
So, like, no matter what they did, it wouldn't really impact the actual canon.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of time with Star Wars, I found a lot of the non-canon book stuff that other people have done tends to be better than the actual canon films. In terms of story writing, anyway. It seems to be of better quality.
Well, I think there's enough of it, like the extended universe, that you can certainly find a lot of good and a lot of bad.
Yeah.
But there's hundreds, possibly thousands of examples of extended universe stuff. So,
yeah.
I feel like I've missed out on this series.
definitely.
I'll look into
if you have
it.
time, look into playing KOTOR. This does, however, mean that we can't reveal the twist. The twist from the
I
games.
don't mind if you spoil, because I probably won't play it for years anyway. So
Fair enough.
go
Oh, you know what? Let's just call it the Revan twist of the first KOTOR game. I actually predicted it.
Really?
Yeah, my friend was so angry with me. He lent me the game and watched me play it, and I was like, "Oh, I can see what's coming up here." And then, oh, fuck you. It was a very good twist. Probably one of the biggest twists in gaming. And which do you prefer, first or second game?
Trying to think now.
The second game was very rushed compared to the first game, but it was very good, like I said.
I'd probably say the first one.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
For what reasons?
Trying to think.
I'm gonna watch him squirm.
I'm not going to cry quite yet.
Was it the story?
I'm not actually quite sure.
Was it just a good game? One
Yeah.
of those you can't really explain why it's good, but
Knights of the Old Republic 2003. Knights of the Old Republic 2 2005. God damn.
I think in part the first one is it's because it's the first one I played as well.
Alright, yeah.
Kind of thing.
was it the first Star Wars game?
No, it wasn't the first Star Wars game, but it was the first one of those two, obviously.
I think, for me, it seems like the first one had a better story,
Yeah.
but the second one had better characters.
Mm.
Like, Kreia in the second one was a fantastic character. She was like a in between. She's like neutral. She's not Jedi or Sith.
Okay.
And she's like sarcastic and cynical as fuck. Every conversation you're with her, you're just like, "Oh, I'm thinking of turning Sith, or I'm thinking of turning into a Jedi," and she's like, "Fuck you."
I'll be my own.
Why are you going to be with those shitheads? She was fantastic, and she only had one hand.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like
When-
the very first, the tutorial level. You
Yeah.
meet her, and she's like this old pessimistic woman on a space station.
Every woman ever.
And then... No, Kev, no! No! Oh.
I think that's quoted done for today.
Yep.
Probably.
Anyway,
And you're like, oh, there's nothing much special about her. And then at the end of it, it turns out that she has a lightsaber. She's got force powers, and then she fights one of the bosses, and the boss just like completely destroys her and cuts off her hand, but she flees, and then she becomes even more cynical. She's just a great character. Also, speaking of great characters, HK-47. God damn it, Jack. Don't make me do this on my own here.
I'm trying to remember, Jesus.
He was the assassin droid. He was the droid that wanted to murder everything. The psychopath droid. Moving on.
Yeah, I've drawn a blank on this. Jesus Christ.
HK-47 was a really good character. Even if Jack forgets him.
Yeah. Like I forget most things.
His birthday.
Yeah.
I love how this episode is going so far. It's just a mishmash of, oh, that was good, and oh, I've completely forgotten.
Sake.
So old. But it is to be expected when you're talking about Star Wars games.
Yeah.
The history of Star Wars games.
It is a special as well.
My God, why did we choose this as a special?
Fuck's sake, Kev.
Fuck's sake, Kev.
What? It wasn't my fault.
I think it was your fault.
It was your fault, it was your idea.
No, you put it in the bit when you messaged us, and I was like, oh, you could just choose that and do that.
Yeah, but I didn't mean for you to do it.
Oh, it's not my podcast.
Start again. So, I have completely lost my train of thought.
Huh.
I'll be cutting all of this out.
I think it was on about
RPGs.
RPGs. Oh, KOTOR, which
KOTOR.
gives me a really good segue that I completely missed. Moving into MMO territory, the Old Republic MMO, which you do have experience with, Kev.
Yep. Unfortunately, my laptop was shit, so I played about maybe a day of it. So it's still
Not
a
that much
lot.
experience then.
Still a lot, but yeah, the gameplay was quality. What was I going to say about it? Obviously, you get to make your own story, like go which way you want. It's basically World of Warcraft but Star Wars.
Like most MMOs.
Yeah, pretty much. There's not really much to say about it.
Was there a lot of sort of hotkeeying in it or not?
A lot.
A lot of, yeah. So, pretty standard MMO sort of situation then.
Yeah.
It was the second Star Wars MMO. They had Star Wars Galaxies before that, which I played a little bit of, which I thought was really good. It had a smaller community, but it was more focused around just like building shit. It wasn't so much like a theme park MMO. It was more like a live in a community MMO, which I thought was quite cool. The Old Republic, it did make a nice profit for EA, but it's generally considered to be a flop in terms of MMOs. It did go free to play quite quickly after it was released. But whether that was down to the game itself or whether it was just the fact that people weren't interested in a KOTOR MMO, I know I certainly wasn't. I wanted a single player KOTOR. So maybe that contributed to it.
Was Galaxy's who was it? Who was the main? Obviously, you're the main character, but like the main story plot. Who was the? What was it?
I don't think there really was much of a main story plot to Galaxies because it was just more like a sandbox MMO. It was literally like, this is the state of the galaxy, live in it.
Oh right.
Rather than you're going to go fight the Dark Lord or you're going to fight the Light Lord.
That's what they did differently then, because in Old Republic there was the good guy and the bad guy. They were the main ones, and you could choose which one to follow and which one to destroy.
Yeah.
Basically.
And they were. It was very story based, that one.
Yeah, I know it's an MMO, but I kind of wish they just made it into an RPG so it could suit really.
A lot of people did. It seemed.
Yeah, the
especially old
story seemed
KOTOR
really
fans.
good. Yeah, the story seemed excellent in it, but my computer was too old to deal with the amount of people in there.
Yeah.
It started going really slow and overheating, and I was just like, oh,
Sounds like a jet plane taking off, so...
yeah.
Fair enough.
And I ran out my month's subscription.
Well.
We went free to play, so you can play it
Yep,
again.
you can go back.
Yes! Die, laptop. I'll do it after my dissertation.
Good idea.
Mm.
So, with that in mind, of what we consider to be a bad Star Wars MMO, or one that we didn't really like so much, what do you think would be the ideal Star Wars MMO? What would you like to see in a perfect Star Wars, massively multiplayer, spacefaring adventure, more bigger?
Probably would be a case of living in the universe as well. Sort of having a community inside the universe. Sort of like you can, I don't know, fashion different sort of lives within the sort of community, so you can have, I don't know, ships. You can fly into space and go from different sort of areas to one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's, I don't really like the whole, I've always wanted, you know when you take off to go to space, you use as a cutscene, you go up to the space station,
You want full...
Yeah, full like freedom with it. I know it would take a lot.
It would take a lot. No Man's Sky, which we talked about recently,
like,
is doing that, but that's a single player one.
Yeah, so I was thinking something
Single
like that would
player-ish.
be pretty good. Or even the option of not to be a Jedi. You just be like maybe a bounty hunter or something.
Galaxy... I think you can actually do that in the Old Republic. You can be like a bounty hunter, but I don't think there's much of an option to be someone
like a
non-combat
rebel soldier
based.
or a stormtrooper or something would be pretty cool.
Yeah, just like a average Joe
Yeah.
kind of thing. Galaxies did that quite well actually. They did like people could be like traders and things, or you
That's
could
pretty cool,
get interior decorators. Or people were very because they had a very good like item creation or house decoration tool. So people would literally come in and be like make tons of money just being interior decorators, or they'd create furniture and things.
It's pretty cool actually.
Yeah, and they'd sell it from their humongous spaceships. It's like giant floating Ikeas.
Flat pack blaster or something.
Flat pack blaster. Flat pack R2D2.
God, you wouldn't want to be a droid in one of those games, would you?
God, no.
Walking around, I'm useless.
That'd be kind of cool. Just be a little R2D2, just like rolling around.
People
Every time you try and
idiot.
talk to people who would just like translate the text, it'd be beep 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 beep. You can only talk to other droids.
Yeah, droid community. They could do the whole droids versus aliens, I guess.
You could do a droid uprising.
Yeah.
In, that would be my
2D2s with tasers.
that would be my ideal Star Wars MMO, where you have like this social revolution of all the droids, and they just move off. They throw off the chains of their masters, found their own colony.
R2D2's the leader.
R2D2's the leader.
Oh, C-3PO.
You see him with like a beard, and he's on t-shirts. And you get younger droids start to wear the R2D2 t-shirts.
He's just looking off into the distance on a red shirt in the background with a massive
Oh, yeah.
beard.
Absolutely. R2D2 with a massive beard, and eventually he becomes corrupt.
Become a shady too.
Shady too. He becomes corrupt, and you have to lead an uprising against him because he's gone mad with power, and it's a lesson about power corrupts even the humblest little beings.
And then C-3PO is denounced as
Basically, what I want is Star Wars, but with communism.
C-3PO becomes Trotsky.
Yes. Yes.
Gets denounced as a fascist.
R2D2 betrays his friends, sends him off.
Starts purging
Purging.
the bureaucracy.
The bureaucracy bots. The botocracy. Can you imagine designing a robot specifically to be a bureaucrat?
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't want to be a bureaucrat.
It would just be a printer, wouldn't it? Or a fax machine.
Oh. Yeah.
You give a fax machine a voice and a leadership role, and it is basically a bureaucratobot.
It's like, oh god. You haven't filled in this form right.
Oh no.
Go back over there and do it again.
It's got the old dial-up tone whenever he's like confused.
Bloody hell. What?
He's downloading all forms.
How did this even happen?
Political criticism on this podcast. It was
On
rather
TV.
surprising.
Absolutely. I didn't even know how this came about.
You're talking about R2D2's uprising.
Oh yeah, somehow. Just. No, you haven't got form 452.3. You filmed in 453.4. Let me just download it for you.
Tick the wrong box. Do it again.
Tax report, tax report, tax report.
It's a fucking dialect.
And that's how the Daleks are born.
What the hell?
Inside every Dalek is a fax machine.
Well, inside every fax machine is a taxman.
So, Callum, what was your ideal MMO?
That was my ideal MMO. That is my dream. And you play as like a robot. You start off as like a little a transistor. A transistor in the movement.
Transistor radio.
A transistor in the movement. So it's like a rags to riches story. And you got to roll around as this little transistor. And eventually build yourself up, literally build yourself up to become a droid of well-standing, who can stand well.
With 2 legs.
With 2 legs. And then you made it big.
And then R2D2 comes in with his revolution.
Yeah, R2D2.
Money doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, money doesn't matter, and the in-game economy crashes. And
isolates itself off.
You're broken up and you're sold for scrap, and you must find your old parts scattered around the universe. It can be quite tragic.
Yeah, that took a turn.
Yeah. You get addicted to electrolytes.
Get addicted to oil.
Yeah, addicted to oil, yeah.
So you're American.
That's like getting addicted to air. I think I've overridden the idea of a Star Wars MMO a bit too much. I might carry on. Right. Massively AI multiplayer. Little AI in brackets there. Let's move on to what I know we want to talk about. Battlefront.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, yes. A game that we could finally talk about and not
Forget.
struggle to remember.
Main characters in it. Yeah.
Do you remember Stormtrooper? Oh, what is his name? Oh yeah, Stormtrooper.
I never played the first Battlefront.
Didn't you?
No, I played the
Borrow it
second
to you
one
if you
a
want.
lot.
I've got it here.
Is it better than the second one, or is it just more of the same, or less of the same?
It's less of the same.
Well then,
Like Battlefront 2 is obviously better because it has more of a. You can follow the story with the rebels and all that, and the Clone Wars. But in Battlefront, it's just literally instant action. You know, where you just take over systems.
oh, fair enough.
So it's always Empire versus Rebels, and obviously Federation versus the clones.
Ah, fair enough.
But yeah, it's quality. All of it was good.
Hmm.
You couldn't have heroes in Battlefront 1 though, which I found pretty good. Just because it makes it harder, you just have to stay as a soldier.
Yeah, I actually like playing more as a soldier than heroes.
Yeah.
I really loved playing as the heroes, but it kind of got a bit too OP at times.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it only when I was losing badly.
Unless you played as Leia. Shit.
Yeah, I liked it wasn't just Jedi, it could be like Chewie or Han Solo.
Yeah, I love playing as Boba Fett.
Yeah,
He was
fly.
really fast. Yeah, he could fly.
You could be Jango Fett as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, but I think they played pretty much identical. They might have slightly different weapons, but as far as I remember.
I think one was a flamethrower, one was a rocket launcher. And
Yeah.
then a blaster, obviously.
I was never a big fan of rocket launchers, really. So.
I quite
Did you not like the
it.
heavy troopers?
Not particularly, no. Or the shock troopers either.
It was when you shot like a rocket at a trooper wrong by. They react, well, obviously their reaction, but they get blown away, and the animation was just like, "Aah!"
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
Amazing. Just roll everywhere and all go up to space.
no ragdoll in that.
uh,
Which reminds me, actually, speaking of space, the space battles in Battlefront 2 I thought were fantastic.
yeah.
I think they could have done with a bit more of a focus on going inside the ships than staying outside. I always found that
It was always the same thing each time, wasn't it?
you'd always pick the bomber and then go for the outside of the ship because going inside the ship took longer.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
quicker. I'd
Um,
go in and then be the
Space Marine.
engineer when you can throw the time bombs.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Throw 3 in the middle and then go to the engine room and then to the shield generator and stuff like that, life support, and then it all gets wiped off like that.
oh,
And
fair
then
enough.
you go out and destroy the outer bits and you win pretty quickly.
Or you
I found.
take the people carrier, fly in there, land
Yeah.
it, and then obviously you can
Oh
keep on
yeah,
spawning
you can spawn
inside.
people in there.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
obviously you take people with you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not that they're much good though.
No, they died pretty much straight away.
Yeah.
And then there was that one who just ran off to the corner and just stood there going, "Let's do this!" And that was it. It's just like, fuck's sake, man.
No, I definitely, I really love the space battles in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They could have been
It made
expanded
a
on.
change. I really like that because there aren't many games apart from Rogue Squadron which concentrate on the space battles as well as the.
No, I don't think so. And even then, it would be like smallish engagements, whereas Battlefront would do like a wide engagement,
Yeah,
a wide actual feel of a battle, even
Yeah.
if it was a small one.
it was really good.
Yeah. Battlefront 3 will eventually be with us.
They've announced it.
It has been revived. Everyone thought it was dead for a long, long time, but
Yeah,
now it's
everyone
been
kept begging
revived.
for it as well. Give us the third one.
Yeah.
Thank God they're actually making it now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It definitely. I'm not even sure if the third one's going to be first person.
Yeah,
From the screenshots I've seen about it, it looks like it might be.
I think it would be. Cause I have a horrible, horrible feeling they're going to follow the same path as the whole Call of Duty franchise.
Well, it looks to be more going because it's always been like a Star Wars version of Battlefield,
Yeah,
and it seems to be following that even more closely with the third one.
yeah. I would play it anyway.
Oh yeah, I play it absolutely.
Just because it's Star Wars.
And if it's, it might be being developed by DICE. I need to have a look.
Which one's DICE done?
DICE did the Battlefield games,
Okay. Yeah.
so if Star Wars Battlefront 3 had destructible terrain,
Oh, that'd be cool.
well,
Could be interesting.
could
Yeah.
certainly change things up a bit.
Off on one little tiny box that it just won't fucking destroy.
Yeah. Have you got an agenda here?
No, just we were playing Battlefield Bad Company, and you'd blow up this house, and there'd just be this box that just you couldn't destroy. The rest of it was all like absolutely destructible, apart from one specific box.
Bad Company 2, I think, did that much better. You could
Yeah.
destroy literally everything, and then 3 and 4, the destruction got less and less,
Yeah, I didn't like that.
which is annoying. Bad Company 2, like after a long battle, you'd literally have the map was flattened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could. Is that the game you could basically make foxholes? It destroyed the ground as well as buildings.
And no, I don't think you could destroy the ground.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different series. Then.
Maybe.
I don't know. But yeah, I just remember destroying buildings and making them collapse. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm. So what would your hope be for Battlefront 3? Battlefront 3?
Well, it'll probably be based after, like, you know, the new films are going, it's going to be after the main main 6. It's probably going to be based around that, because it'll be around the same time, I think it comes out.
Yeah, roundabouts.
So, I'm hoping, obviously a variety of new maps in different planets that we've never heard of.
Yep.
Better space battles, in terms of, like, maybe...
A bit more diversity.
Yeah,
not as
rather than the
recurring.
same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much of the heroes. Maybe, you know, you have different battles. In Battlefront 2, you could choose that Mos Eisley map, and it's good versus evil.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
the
have that
heroes
as a
battle.
completely separate thing, because it should just be concentrated on the troopers, I think.
I think the heroes you can't get away with not adding in. Too many people like the idea of having the heroes in there.
They could definitely be
less
powered. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my hopes.
Or you could have a scale of heroes. Like if you do well, then you can have like a crappy hero, or if you do extremely well, you can have a much better hero.
Well, like have the perks sort of thing.
Yeah, sort of.
Speaking to somebody, and they actually had quite a good idea for it. Only give the heroes to those who are doing badly.
Yeah.
Rather than giving perks to those
revival
people who are
of
doing
it.
better, give it to people who are doing badly. Therefore,
Otherwise, it won't be completely one-sided.
yeah, it gives them a bit more of a chance. It makes it a bit more competitive as well for the person winning.
Yeah, that'd be quite good actually.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to introduce the whole. I'm assuming, obviously, there's going to be a massive multiplayer for it as well. Will they do the creator class? Make up a variety of blasters, maybe attachments and stuff.
I kind of hope they don't.
Yeah, me
because
too.
I like the simplicity of.
Just Dark Trooper,
Battlefront.
Stormtrooper.
Yeah, it would go against the idea of having stormtroopers because they're clones, or not anymore, but
Yeah, they're meant to have the same weapon.
yeah, they're meant to have the same weapon, same sort of ability.
Mm-hmm.
They're meant to be the same trooper at the end of the day.
I wouldn't like it to be like everyone's going out with a loadout, because Battlefront was more like a rock, paper, scissors kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where you'd know that if you were like a sniper, scout trooper, and you were going against a heavy trooper, then you 9 times out of 10 win.
Yeah, just headshot.
But it would become a lot less strategic, I think, if they had loadouts.
Yeah. Challenges would be a good thing as well, because I found whenever I played it, it wasn't like I was achieving anything. You know, like, you have challenges, maybe destroy 10 AT-ATs and then go to the next section. Like, they do in Call of Duty, that's what I like about that sort of thing. And then maybe unlock colour armour or something, I don't know. Have some sort of reward.
Not too much colour armour though.
Yeah,
I don't want the Rainbow Squadron to attack me.
That could make it very entertaining.
It would, wouldn't it?
Doesn't get released in Russia.
You could have like a little colour on there, but
Just have like a little emblem, yeah.
Yeah, emblems would be good.
I've got to start the movement again. They're going to be in like arm patches now. Like a red arm patch.
Don't.
Oh my god.
It wasn't me this time.
I'd like to actually see larger scale battles as well.
Yeah.
Battlefront 3. I mean, the battles are large-ish in 2, but you know, it's been a number of years. We can definitely crank it up.
Mm-hmm. Especially, I suppose, with the amount of people you can load in as well now with the newer consoles and new PC as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then you can bulk it out
and
with bots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even if like it's too big or too many people there, put more vehicles on it.
I do like
ships and.
I really hope they don't go it. Oh god, what am I saying? I really hope they don't scrap bots.
Yeah, they can't.
Because even if they have it as like really large teams of players going against each other, it will be hard to get a match together.
Yeah.
Whereas bots could really help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't have live, they should have a sort of local multiplayer option.
Yeah, absolutely. I love playing Battlefront with my friends.
Yeah. It's one of the few games I can play now with someone else.
Yeah.
I think. Without getting too bored or too samey. Obviously it is too samey, but you can do different things, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's still fun to me, even, 9 years after it's been released?
Mm.
So, on to... We've just been talking about the future of the Star Wars series. The future of the Star Wars series. Mark II. So, oh god, we've forgotten about Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars!
Oh my god, how the hell did I forget about that?
Yeah.
Scroll down and I have like...
More.
more and more and more.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I loved it.
But even, this collection of like little token things to create more stuff, it was enjoyable. I really quite liked it.
Yeah. I think it was a really good collaboration.
Yeah.
And
it's probably the best of the Lego collaboration games.
Yeah, I'd say so. just because it's such a huge universe and there's so many different characters and so many things to
They
do.
could
in it.
just remake every game, just put it in Lego.
Well,
Not every game,
maybe not every
you know
game,
what I mean?
but-
Like, but main.
But Lego certainly has
Story-wise.
a lot of versatility in that regard.
Mhm.
But with Star Wars especially, it's just such a huge universe and there's so much to do
Yeah.
that they pulled it off really well.
Yeah. I think it also allows itself to the humour of Lego as well,
Yeah,
because Star Wars isn't too dark and serious.
and everyone knows the pop culture behind it. So even with Lego, where it has like hardly any, or does it have any
I
dialogue
don't
in the
think
Lego
it does.
Star Wars
No.
games? No, it doesn't. So it has no dialogue, and yet you can still get the ideas across because everyone's so familiar with
Yeah.
the references.
It's just funny things. I think it was when you're Luke in one of the first missions or something. But you're with Obi-Wan and he starts telling you off because you broke something.
All right.
It's just like, it's got nothing to do with it, but it's one of those little humour things they put in.
Yeah, it's nice seeing their take on Star Wars,
Yeah.
which I really like about. Just getting a different perspective on Star Wars, like the Battlefront games and KOTOR and things. It's just different companies being given the rights to it and showing a different story, I suppose.
Yeah.
Angry Birds Star Wars being being one that I am playing a lot at the moment,
Oh,
which is a really good game.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's Angry Birds, so what do you expect? But
It's
they
just
do.
Angry Birds.
Just with costumes.
No, it's not just with costumes. They do have things like gravity
Mm.
in it, and you have like lightsaber powers and force powers in it. So they do like to. It isn't just a skin change. They have added in mechanics to it.
That's really good.
Really good. Yeah, but Lego Star Wars. I really want to play Lego Star Wars now.
That's
really
another good one you could play with a mate, local multiplayer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's quality. Like I like to annoy my brother with it. You know, when you use the force and he just goes up in grip and just explodes. If you're doing something to annoy me in real life, and I just go joke, explode.
Right, which Star Wars game had the best representation of force powers? I think I know the answer to this.
Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Force Unleashed.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
time.
This is why I separated it, because I knew it was going to be so
Yeah.
quick.
I think it's just because it's more recent.
Plus
Like,
it's-
they were
it's-
able to do more with it.
Yeah, and it's very physics based.
Yeah.
I mean, they created an entire engine for it. I'd
Taking
actually,
down the Star
I think they
Destroyer.
combined 2 engines for it.
Yeah. Taking down that Star Destroyer was awesome.
Yeah,
So it's
Yeah.
like, it just felt so powerful, even though it's not
Yeah.
actually doing it. You know?
and it breaks the cannon, but it's still like fuck it,
Yeah.
just bring it down.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I suppose that's what QTs kind of allow you to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big time events,
Mm.
although they can be overused.
Yeah.
But I think the button mapping really helped Force Unleashed. Really, just
Yeah,
the way it kind
the
of laid
controls
out.
were very
Yeah.
tight and
Whereas-
easy to use with it.
Nice and simple.
With the older games, they're a bit clunkier.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jedi Academy is a bit more clunky
Yeah,
with the way you sort of
definitely.
use the powers.
Yeah, the way you select it as well.
Yeah.
It was just... I love the whole upgrading each force power as well. Like you choose to
Yeah,
upgrade
definitely.
push more than your lightning, or
Yeah,
it was great.
Depending
fun.
Like
Yeah.
refining your force powers was really good. They did that in KOTOR as well, but again, it wasn't action based. It was all like semi turn based. So
Yeah.
when you're using a force power, it didn't feel very powerful.
No.
well, it was turn-based system in KOTOR was kind of it's strange. It was good. I enjoyed it, but it was just a bit different, really. Because obviously it kind of slowed everything down, didn't it?
Yeah,
So it is real time, but also turn-based.
yeah. It was a strange system.
Mm.
You got used to it certainly,
Yeah,
but it was very it was probably the worst part of those games. Which is why which is the same thing problems I have with like the later Final Fantasy games. It's like go turn based or full action. Don't try and do this in betweeny thing. This
I don't know. I didn't mind combat so much in 13. It's okay.
I just really couldn't get used to it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all. That's another thing I liked about Force Unleashed. I know you could do it in the older games, but changing the lightsaber crystal.
Oh yeah,
You change
yeah.
the colour as well as it gives you a perk with each one.
the
as
black
well, doesn't it?
lightsaber. That didn't
Yeah.
make sense.
No, it did it.
Black light. Oh.
It's black light. Fuck it, yes.
Was that the one that sort of pulsates as well?
I think so,
It was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
It felt so powerful.
It felt so powerful. It's just like, you're trying to, if you think about it too hard, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I suppose the completely
more you
white
think about
one doesn't make too much sense either.
I don't know, I think it makes
It
more
makes
sense.
more
makes
sense.
more
yeah.
sense, yeah. It's quality. Especially like you beat the game and then you can run through it again with your powers as well as your good lightsaber. You're just going through like, who the fuck are you? Get out of my way.
I did quite like at the start that you could be Darth Vader. I thought that was awesome.
Oh yeah.
That was
Yeah.
really cool.
You're just walking along like, yep, I'm
Like
Darth
throwing
Vader.
Wookiees
Yeah.
around.
So fuck you, I'm Darth Vader, bitch.
Right, so we're going to move from something awesome to something terrible.
Oh, why do we always do this?
Star Wars Connect.
Okay.
Good old Star Wars Connect. I bring this up because I mean we did talk
Yeah.
about Star Wars Connect, but and panned it. But I bring it up because like I'm thinking of new interfaces and control schemes for Star Wars. So things like if there was a new Star Wars Connect game, but on Connect 2 or
Yeah. It would be
God help me,
improved,
a
wouldn't
Wii
it?
U game.
You'd hope so. That's
I reckon it was just sort of experiment type thing. What can we do with it at the
Hmm.
moment?
But then surely they shouldn't have released it then.
Well,
Well, if it's got a market for it.
yeah, Star Wars is always going to sell. But,
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I'd say don't release it until you're sure of the control scheme. But yeah, I can
Yeah.
see it from a business standpoint
Yeah,
why you
yeah.
release it.
yeah,
I think with the Connect 2, because it is a lot more refined, it's not perfect, but it could definitely facilitate another Star Wars Connect. I think.
So when you're talking about feeling like a Jedi, feeling like using a lightsaber, the
Yeah.
Kinect could definitely do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could feel.
well, you know,
So
what
You
I
may
like-
need something to hold
Yeah, I was
because it
gonna
feels
say,
like
I was
you're
just what I
waving your
mean.
fist around.
Maybe-
That's what you kind of just turn like that.
Yeah, maybe the Nintendo Wii would have been better for that because you're
Yeah.
holding it and you can move instead
Yeah.
of doing that.
Although
as
the
you
Wii,
say, you know.
although the Wii wasn't very accurate either.
Yeah, you have to aim at it, wouldn't you?
So
Yeah,
Yeah. They did well in the Zelda game, didn't they?
it was okay, but again, that was just literally waving your hand up.
yeah,
and
yeah,
down.
it wasn't like one to one
Yeah.
sword play.
Yeah.
It was like you wave your hand around and you vaguely slash.
It's like wanking off a ghost man. It's literally-
Yeah, that's
It's-
exactly what it is.
Well, it is, because you're just like holding your hand up like that.
Oh, my Zelda dreams. So would you like? God, would you like to see a new Star Wars Connect? Or do you think they should just stick to like a classic control scheme?
For now, stick to the classic control scheme.
You mean until the hardware gets better?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
It could definitely be a good avenue to explore.
Yeah.
Really, it could be a very good idea. But, yeah, it's not. I don't think the hardware's quite there yet.
Fair enough.
Mm.
Do you think it could support other Star Wars games? Not necessarily a Jedi game? I was thinking, literally like a second ago, about, the Oculus Rift.
Oh, that
Yes.
would be good.
That could be very good for a TIE Fighter game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even a pod racer.
Or even a pod
Pod
racer,
racer.
yeah.
I used to have a headset sort of Star Wars game. It was not the Oculus Rift, obviously, but like you put on the headset and you can see a little screen in it.
It's not the Virtual Boy, is it?
No, don't think so.
Oh, okay.
It was literally just a Star Wars game.
Oh, okay, it's one of those.
Yeah, put it on your head and then you could just go. And I'm like, oh, go that way. You had like little
Yeah.
sort of. It was really good, and I loved it.
I think there's actually a cancelled Virtual Boy Star Wars game.
Really?
Because the Virtual Boy was technically the first proper 3D gaming thing. It was pretty much
Yeah.
vector graphics with little red lines in it. So you put your face on, it's got a little stand,
Yeah.
and you have like a strange little control. But I think it got panned because the Virtual Boy just didn't sell anything at all.
Oh, right. It's insane.
Actually, I'm not entirely sure that it was actually
Yeah, I
designed.
can't find it on here. Might have existed, but
Yeah.
there are
I
a
don't
lot
think-
of games on here to scroll through, so
Yeah.
I'm probably missing a few.
I don't think it never got to release. I think it got cancelled.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Like quite a few games did for the Virtual Boy.
Yeah. Speaking of cancelled games, cancelled Star Wars games, that is. Star Wars 1313.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about it, and then it just fizzled away. I didn't
Yeah,
know
it's
why
been
it-
cancelled now.
You've
But
seen
it's-
the artwork for it.
Yeah, I saw the artwork, and they had a
Yeah.
couple of trailers for it,
Yeah.
which were. It was basically it was the story of like you play a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
in Coruscant, I think.
And the artwork that I saw of it looked fantastic.
Yeah, the trailers were certainly like really graphically beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a shame that it got cancelled because it looked like it was going to be showing like a darker side of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be quality.
Had a lot of potential to it anyway, it seemed.
Is there
Yeah.
a reason why it got cancelled, or is it the producers just didn't want to go through with it anymore?
I think it was just the development was so. Such a terrible development. When Disney took over, it just thought that
Waste of time.
there's no real point to it.
Okay.
So that's a shame. I would like to see a darker Star Wars.
Yeah.
But then can it do that with the image it has already?
Well, I mean,
It's got an image to uphold, hasn't it?
yeah, I suppose so. At a personal level, I think it could do it though.
Oh, I think it can do it.
Yeah,
You do have a light and dark side.
I mean, 'cause
But
it's
I
been-
mean more with the business side, would they allow it?
even with the business side though, because it's been there's people, well, probably people that are middle aged now that grew up with Star Wars.
Yeah.
So there's certainly a market for it.
I know I'm always going to love it.
But I mean, do you reckon it's just a bit too dangerous on a business perspective to give, and also an image perspective, to give a darker sort of game for a seedier sort of game?
I honestly because the Star Wars brand is so huge. I don't think it would impact it.
No.
Yeah.
But there definitely could be said for I think it would be successful, but not as successful as one that's aimed towards kids. So that might
Yeah.
that might be why
Maybe 16 and
people
over
be-
sort of game.
yeah, that might be why people would be hesitant to develop it.
Yeah.
I think it would be successful, just not as successful as it could be.
Oh, I'm not saying it can't be done. I actually really enjoy that kind of thing.
Fair enough. So 1313, that's quite sad. I did mention Disney. So, what do you think now that Disney owns Star Wars?
Have they taken LucasArts as well?
LucasArts.
Or is that...
I heard they did because I think LucasArts lost their
There was a
rights to
massive
the Star
thing
Wars.
about it.
There was a huge
Yeah.
back and forth with it.
Yeah, I thought LucasArts were no longer going to do any Star Wars games.
No, at all. Because I
I
think
think Disney just took it over because it did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
it-
Disney took over Star Wars in its entirety.
Yeah.
Meaning that I think LucasArts then is actually separate then.
Yeah, it is.
From, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think now that Disney owns Star Wars? This could certainly lead from looking at it from like a tailoring towards a kid's perspective. Do you
Yeah.
think we'll see a lot more kid-friendly Star Wars games?
Do you know what? I think, considering what Disney have done in the past, you know, they've always aimed at kids. I reckon they're going to go for a different type of audience as well as kids. So this sort of particular brand, because all
You think
Star
they'll-
Wars fans are sort of middle-aged, that's our age, but we've seen every film, grown up with
We're
this
not
sort of-
middle-aged, Kev.
No, I said I said middle-aged and our age.
Okay.
And
So,
younger as well.
Yeah, and even younger. But by the time films and games come out,
So you think
It's not
they'll
just
pull like
kids,
a
is
surprise move?
yeah, I
with
think
this?
it'll be a sort of different type of Disney. There
Yeah.
won't be any sing-song.
maybe
There won't-
like a teen audience, possibly,
Yeah.
rather than
It'll
going
be darker
going
than
full.
every other. Well, every Disney film seems a bit dark in a way, doesn't it?
I'm not too convinced that I don't think Disney would pull off a dark one. As much as I've said that a dark Star Wars can work, I don't think Disney are the ones to do it.
Yeah.
But maybe a teen one, because they've had people that have grown up with the prequel trilogy now, who will be in their teens by the time that the new films come out.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, like you say, like our age, we're not really going to want to go to the cinema to see some sort of sing-song Star Wars film, are we? You're going to see one.
I can't see that happening. Though.
I don't think it's going to happen.
No. I'm not as hopeful as you are that they'll pull a left field move, though. I don't see that happening at all. I should imagine they'll play it safe, I should imagine.
They are guaranteed, aren't they?
Yeah, it's been Disney's way, really.
I think what is exciting, though, is the possibility of Star Wars characters appearing in Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, that's very true.
The Death Star instead of a Death
Keyblade this, you fucker.
Imagine that Keyblade. It's just going to be a lightsaber with a little
be,
bit at the top.
A black lightsaber.
Black lightsaber.
Yeah, Star Wars in the Kingdom Hearts series would be very interesting.
Yeah, it will obviously have that cheesy aspect to it, like Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
Yeah. It'll be like a mix of Star Wars and Final Fantasy, isn't it?
Because it already is Disney and Final Fantasy mixed together, really, isn't it?
Why not? If those two
awesome.
franchises can go together and work, then Star Wars certainly can.
If 3 franchises in one, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Help out Luke Skywalker.
Mickey, help out Luke.
I can see
what?
I can see that being being an actual level, though.
Yeah.
You got the
even if it's just a cameo.
There's always that good versus bad. So
I
I
suppose you've always got the very sort of.
It'll be the Sith Lord from those films coming out. That'll be the Heartless Man.
God, Disney owns Marvel now, doesn't it, as well?
Oh,
really?
well, there's some parts of it, don't they?
Yeah, they own parts of the rights to the characters.
They
at
own
least.
Wolverine.
Do they own?
No, they don't.
Or is it? I heard they took over.
No, Sony owns X-Men, Fox owns Spider-Man, and
right, okay.
Disney owns the rights to the characters at least. The rest of them.
I thought Wolverine was separate from the rest of the X-Men.
Yeah,
X-Men is owned by somebody different to who own X-Men. So I think Marvel own X-Men, and like Sony or something own.
Yeah.
No, it's not Marvel that own.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Anyway, so God, Marvel, Star Wars,
all them
Final Fantasy Hearts, Fantasy Hearts, Final Fantasy, and
it sounds like the best game ever, doesn't it?
Hawkeye shooting lightsabers at people.
Yeah.
Speaking of crossovers,
teaming up with Cloud, Captain America, Luke Skywalker, and Mickey Mouse,
with Tony Stark somewhere in there.
With Tony Stark.
And
Mickey Mouse or Goofy in Iron Man armor with a lightsaber.
Jack Sparrow as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Get Keith Richards back for a cameo.
Yeah. Oh Jesus! It's all the childhood all in one game.
But the amount of things they own is crazy.
Yeah, the amount of things they can throw in.
Yeah.
I look forward to that so much now.
And now I want to see Disney throw together their own properties a lot more.
I can see that being terrible at the same time, though.
Oh yeah,
just like a mixture of all
these. It could be
characters.
awful.
Can you imagine summoning Bambi to face Darth Vader?
And Darth Vader just opens his heart.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I mean, even if. Alright, you two. The possibilities are endless. And we will go through all of them. No, I think that even if the result is terrible, I would definitely applaud them for trying it out. Cause
it'd be really hard to pull off. Well, it could be hard, it could be easy.
Can make a racer.
Yeah.
Oh, why the hell don't Disney make their own version of Smash Brothers?
Oh, Sony already did, didn't they? So I don't see
they did Sony All-Stars, but
Yeah.
they don't really own enough properties to make it that.
Marvel vs. Capcom was that fighting game. Did you play it?
Yeah, well, Marvel vs. Capcom, they had a few games in that series, and they've been quite good, so it would be Marvel vs. Star Wars versus... Star Wars. Marvel versus Star Wars versus Disney
versus Final Fantasy.
Versus Final Fantasy
versus Hercules.
In a Smash Brothers style. God, this shit writes itself.
Yeah.
I've
It's
erased
got
there.
so much potential.
So much
Love
potential. I think the future is bright for the Star Wars
Yeah.
series of games. So, I'm going to try and ask you a big question here.
Yes, Callum, you can marry me.
Oh.
you can
It's the 10th episode. I do it now. Otherwise I'll have to wait till the 50th.
You've ruined it, Kev.
You've ruined
You fuck.
it. Right, you guys. What is your favourite Star Wars game?
Have we done this?
No.
No, we did the first one.
We did the first one. We haven't done our favourite one.
Oh, right, okay, that makes more sense.
For me, it's either Battlefront 2 or Force Unleashed. First one.
I'm not sure what path to take, whether the nostalgic route, where they're all amazing games, or...
I will not accept, oh, they're really good in their own regards. I'm not going to accept anything that begins with the words, it depends, either.
Okay.
Nor will I accept, oh, I can't decide.
I'm going to have to say probably Battlefront 2. As repetitive as it could get, I did really enjoy the games.
Got a lot of replayability, doesn't it?
I definitely go for Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Okay, unanimous decision here.
I'm just going to choose
Wow.
something different, because we
Do
can
it.
the same.
Nor will I accept Battlefront 2.
Star Wars Rogue Squadron on a Nintendo 64.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Quality. This is a game of my childhood as well. But I'd loved it. You know, when your Millennium Falcon is a massive ship, it explodes and it shows the smallest explosion.
The Millennium Falcon explodes. Falcon.
Well, yeah, you can play as it, and if you get destroyed, then
Oh, I see. Right,
mini
yeah.
explosion. And if you're like, I don't know, the A-wing or something, it creates a massive explosion. I'm just like, how does that even make sense? But I loved it.
To be fair, not much in Star Wars makes sense because they're like ships that are then sinking.
Yeah.
They get exploded and they start falling.
Oh, yeah, that was
How does that work? Or they go. Phew, through
Even as a
space.
kid, I remember watching that in like the third film, like Revenge of the Sith, where it's like, the ship's going down!
Yeah,
How the fuck is it going down?
Unless maybe it's so close to orbit that there's something keeping it
Oh, I
there.
guess.
So it explodes and then it goes back down to orbit.
Or maybe
and
there's a
destroy
sort
the
of
world.
anti-gravital.
So yeah, when it explodes,
Technology,
it
yeah.
gets sucked into the orbit.
Yeah, that would make. Yeah, we've made sense of this, guys.
I'm not accepting that.
Yeah,
So.
right.
Which is another thing in Battlefront 2, the ship-to-ship combat, where it's all in like 2D.
Yeah.
I say 2D, like, you need like full spatial reasoning for the three. I mean, you could have ships like ploughing into each other from beneath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then you can't really have them explode either, though, because obviously
I
you got to.
suppose.
And
It'd just be a...
if that, I expect.
Well, it'd just be like all the oxygen in the ship and then nothing more. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a proper, very grim way of dying. I can't think of many more horrible ways than drowning in space.
Oh. You wouldn't be in there
It'd be
for long.
it would be quicker than actual drowning, though.
It
Certainly.
wouldn't, because you know
It sucks your organs out.
No, it doesn't.
It's a vacuum.
No, it doesn't. You would just be there, and you wouldn't be able to breathe anything. It wouldn't suck anything out. You wouldn't explode. You just wouldn't be able to
Oh.
breathe.
Oh, okay.
That's what I want in
nothing.
Battlefront 3. When I destroy a ship, I want to see them die!
Around like,
Slowly!
All struggling, right?
Millions of soldiers
That's
just
what
like fly
You wouldn't be able
past.
to move, either, would you?
you'd be able to sort of move, but
Yeah.
Swim.
With
yeah,
the
you just like gain shitloads of momentum from moving around.
Oh, you know what?
So yeah,
I mean,
you're not even like getting rid of oxygen by expending too much energy either,
No.
because you're not really expending much energy in space. So it'd be a really horrible
you
way
are
to die.
weightless, so that would be a horrible way to die.
Star Wars Starship Simulator would be quite good.
Yeah.
Have like a Sims on a starship,
Build your own ship.
Build your own ship.
or like a faster than light sort of.
Yeah,
Right, game.
and then, I mean, it would need to be a bit more.
Yeah, it
Uh,
wouldn't need to be a
refined.
flash game.
Build your ship. That sounds like an online sort of.
It would
Game,
definitely.
website game,
What I mean
yeah.
is, it definitely needs to be a bit more like macro management, because it would be like
Yeah.
FTL on the Death Star. Send Phil and Jim and Sue and Jill and Tim and John and Michael and all of their brothers and cousins down into engineering.
Open up the side port to turn out that fire.
Side port number 14,000.
Open it up, there's fire in there.
What do you think of a sort of strategy game? You know how you
There
had
have
Lord of
been
the
Star
Rings?
Wars strategy games.
Yeah.
What, like Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle Earth?
Absolutely.
Oh my god, why haven't I played these?
Star Wars Empire at War is the big one, I think. I think it was
My
got
god, I
that
did not know this.
Games like shit.
Yep, this is big news for me.
Yeah, there have certainly been
RTSs.
RTSs.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
I think I have just blown your mind.
Yes, you have. When was it released? Is it 2005-ish or?
I'm trying to see.
Because if it's like before 2000, I'm not getting it.
Whoa. Star Wars Empire at War 2006.
Yeah, nice.
So, I think that was the only strategy game, though. to be
Yeah, I
fair.
was going to say, I didn't even hear about it.
No, I would like to see a little strategy game that focuses more on, like, on the ships and things.
Yeah.
Or just to be there's not really many Star Wars games where you can control large ships.
Then,
Or any, I don't think.
I suppose for a lot of people, the appeal of Star Wars is being a Jedi.
Yeah.
So the idea of the extended universe having life, I don't think.
Appeals to many.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think I've played a Jedi enough times.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah,
I want to
something
play
different.
I want to play the Fleet Commander.
That would be so cool. That'd be a good name
Yeah.
for a game.
Star Wars Fleet Commander, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
It sounds like a simulation game, though.
Yeah,
like
but
it'd still be
you want it
good,
to be
yeah.
more arcadey. Or just integrate it into Battlefront 3.
Yeah,
So you could have
yeah,
like
yeah.
a controlling large ships.
Yeah, sort of like different game mode sort of thing.
Yeah.
That'd be
Turn
awesome.
the gravity off in the landing bay so whenever someone tries to infiltrate you, smash into the ceiling.
Ends up with like Phil, Jill, and their cousins getting sucked out through the bottom and out.
Not Phil, Jill, and Michael.
Oh well, let's go to the next room and employ some more people.
But just clone some more of them.
Clone enough to take down that silverback gorilla you have.
Come on, Callum.
The what?
What?
Silverback gorilla.
A silverback gorilla! I thought that was meant to be some spaceship. Yeah, Battlefront 2. I have no idea what the fuck half of the ships that I was destroying was. The one I remember is the banking clan cruiser. I was like, I'm destroying bankers now.
I don't remember that. Oh, you mean like the massive ships? Like
Yeah, because you had like the
the main ship and then two.
main ships, and then you had like the other ships that were with it. And
Yeah, the frigate
The frigates didn't really seem to be doing anything.
Yeah.
They just seemed to have just like ploughed in and like, oh my
They-
god, oh shit, what am I doing here?
I think that was just the reinforcements. That was it.
They didn't even reinforce them though.
Oh no, once you destroyed it, their numbers went down quicker.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
I always just felt sorry for destroying these ships. I did nothing. The banking cruisers.
Oh, well, they had like two turrets on them as well. That was it. Just do do.
Yeah, that was
Fuck
probably
you for
just...
the recession. Go explode them up.
EVE Online as a Star Wars MMO,
Ooh.
but simplified.
Yeah.
Simplified version of EVE Online would be interesting. God damn, I want a big ship simulator.
It could be interesting though. It's a good idea.
Yeah. So, I've run out of notes.
That's good timing.
Yeah.
That's it.
What was the last Star Wars game you played?
Battlefront 2.
Yeah, I think it was Battlefront 2.
Played it last year. That was like the last one I played.
I think I played Force Unleashed quite recently.
I don't have it. It's at home.
Ah, fair enough.
I think I've got it at home as well.
I want to get Battlefront 2 on PC actually.
Yeah, it's
'Cause they
bigger.
They do a
copies,
lot.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get a lot of mods with that.
Which,
I
forget
forget
about
about
mods. Are there any
Ah,
Star Wars mods you've ever played then? Like good
Mods for other games,
Yeah.
or mods for Star Wars games.
for Star Wars games.
There's plenty for Jedi Academy. Mostly they were like dueling arenas and things, and dueling characters. People made a lot of machinimas with Jedi Academy.
Yeah.
Like, there's people who just recreated all of the battle scenes from all of the films.
That's awesome.
It is really awesome.
Yeah. You have to take part in it.
Yeah. But I don't think I play many Star Wars mods, really. Because most of my experience of playing Star Wars games comes from consoles.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose with Jedi Academy and stuff, it's the closest things get to mods would be the creating maps that you could share on the community.
Yeah.
Which you had in Halo and Time Splitters as well.
Yeah.
Which you could actually make up your own map. You could share it, although they tend to be a bit crap.
Yeah,
Oh, actually,
it was a bit limited, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, KOTOR 2, they did the restoration mod, which I played. Because KOTOR 2 was a very rushed game.
Yeah.
It's like you could see how good it would be, but it's not quite there. But the restoration mod restores everything that was meant to be in it and kind of completes the game.
Yeah.
So I kind of consider that a must-have for the game.
Fair play.
Other games that have had Star Wars mods for them would be, I played Oblivion, where it added in blasters and clone troopers.
Wasn't there a Skyrim mod with lightsabers?
Probably.
I remember seeing something, might have been what you showed me after the Thomas the Tank one. There were like a load of mini people with lightsabers trying to kill you at a sword. It's just like, just jumping up at you. Like,
Did you ever play Soul Calibur?
Yeah.
With Darth Vader and Yoda?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where Yoda was once again an OP little shit. Because you wouldn't be able to hit the fucking piece of shit. You just go down here like...
You have to crouch and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck Yoda. Alright, well, an hour and a half. I actually thought that we'd be going on a lot longer trying to sort through all the mess of Star Wars games, but that actually went quite smoothly, I think.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it was a bit rambling.
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
But, you know...
I think it probably get down for an hour with 30 minutes of rambling in there.
Yeah. But, you know, it's... Star Wars games, I think... There's just so much in there.
I was going to say, obviously, we can talk a lot about
I mean,
it.
we've had so much to talk about so
Yeah.
far, and we haven't really covered all of the bases for it, but
Yeah.
it would take us double, triple the amount of time we've had so
Yeah.
far.
It would have to be a
to
few
go through all of it.
episodes if you want to do it properly.
Yeah,
but-
certainly. So we've just given a sort of overview of the
Yeah.
Star Wars games, and there's definitely a lot more ground for Star Wars games to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I look forward to what's coming.
it's a gold mine for games. And I think that's what the appeal of it is. It's just endless.
Limitless.
Yeah.
So cool.
So cool.
So cool.
So yeah, I think we should wrap it up there.
Okay.
I hope you've enjoyed the Star Wars special episode, and thank you for listening to 10 episodes of us rambling and meandering, insulting. But yeah, it's been good, and we'll continue on next week with more news. So I've been Callum Lewis,
I've been Kevin Griffin.
I've been Jack Nichol.
and thank you very much. And fuck Yoda.
Did you say again, fuck you?
And
I thought that's what you were going to say as well.